Ceremonies were held at cemeteries across Scottsbluff County, the region, and state Monday, honoring those who have served and passed during and after their service to the country. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Memorial Day ceremonies across the nation yesterday held to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. At Gehring's West Lawn ceremony, Pete Wysocki, a member of the American Legion Post 36, delivered the keynote address, noting that it was a solemn day to honor those who served and died for the nation.
It's not Veterans Day. It's not a celebration. It is a day of solemn contemplation over the cost of freedom.
Wysocki noted that not only should the soldiers who served be remembered and honored, but also their families who essentially served along with them, but in a different way. As part of this year's ceremony, Post 36 also dedicated the new pavilion, and Post member Mary Bowman thanked the many businesses, organizations, individuals, and city staff who contributed money, labor, time, and material towards completion of the two-year project. Well, Brigadier General Craig Strong will become the 34th Adjutant General of the Nebraska Military Department, which includes the state's Air and Army National Guard, as well as the Nebraska Emergency Management Agency. Strong will take over for Major General Daryl Bohack, who plans to retire in July after serving in the post since 2013. Governor Jim Pillen called Strong a man of courage, integrity, and honor during Friday's news conference announcing the appointment.
He's a fifth-generation Nebraskan who traces his roots back to his great-great-grandfather, who was a veteran in the Civil War. I can't tell you how excited I am to announce Brigadier General Strong as our next Adjutant General, and Nebraskans can be rest assured of his strength, his commitment, his resolve, and his character of who he is, that he will lead us for years to come. Brigadier General.
Strong was promoted to the rank of Brigadier General in October of 2020 when he was selected to serve in Washington, D.C. as a Deputy Director for the National Guard Bureau. Prior to that, he served in the Nebraska Army National Guard, including successful commands in the company, battalion, and brigade levels, and has been deployed overseas 3 times. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Benzel Pest Control has been the Wyoming and Nebraska area's most committed professional pest control company. We have 4 generations and nearly 50 years of experience serving Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado, as well as certified entomologists on staff. So whether you're dealing with spiders, wasps, rodents, or any other unwanted visitors, give Benzel Pest Control a call today for an estimate at 888-229-2128 or visit our website at benzelpestcontrol.com.
Welcome back. A former coach and teacher at a school in Big Springs, convicted of sexually assaulting a student, has been sentenced to prison. 39-year-old Joel Foster was sentenced by District Judge Patrick Hang on Thursday to 20 to 35 years in prison after pleading guilty to 1 count of first-degree sexual assault of a child. Foster was arrested in September and was initially charged with 2 counts of first-degree sexual assault of a child, 2 counts of child abuse, and first-degree sexual assault by a school employee. Nebraska State Patrol officials say the investigation began in August when the agency received information that an employee at South Platte Public Schools in Big Springs had inappropriate contact with a 15-year-old student. The Dual County Sheriff, Nebraska State Patrol, and the Nebraska Attorney General's Office assisted in this investigation, arrest, and prosecution. Well, the city of Kimball has a new police chief following a special meeting Wednesday evening of the city council. The panel voted unanimously in favor of naming Jose Ruiz as the new chief at a salary of $88,000 a year. Mayor John Morrison explained his recommendation that Ruiz be approved.
I had an interview process, had two very good candidates. When it came down to it, based upon the recommendation I had from the selection committee and my interview, I felt that Jose was the better, was the candidate that I wanted. And so I am proposing him as a candidate for police chief.
Ruiz was a corporal on the Kimball force for nearly 2 years before leaving to join the Imperial Police Department. Morrison says Ruiz will start on June 1st and is already working on moving his family to the city, and before discussing his own salary, expressed a desire to increase compensation packages to attract and retain more officers. And area schools are ready to kick off their free lunch program to help keep kids get a good start to the summer. Starting today, both Scottsbluff and Gering Public Schools will be offering free breakfast or snacks and lunches to kids 18 years old or younger at various school facilities this month. The free lunches are available to kids regardless of whether they live in the district, and adults can pick up a sack lunch for $5 or less. The program made possible by funding from the USDA, and details can be found on either the Scottsbluff or Gering schools' websites.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Let's head out and into the field for this segment. My colleague Clay Patton from the Rural Radio Network is back again with us this week, back from the winter wheat tour. He joins us now for an update when it comes to the alfalfa crop. Of course, a lot of hay on the ground this past week, Clay, and you've got a report from Southwest Nebraska.
Thanks for that, Bryce, and welcome to Wilsonville, Nebraska here in Furnace County down by the Kansas state line. We're talking now with Steve Rice, SR Farms Alfalfa Company and Husker Hay Haulers. And Steve, kind of give us a preview what spring planting season's looking like here and how it's going for you on the hay side.
Well, when we were seeding alfalfa, it was extremely dry, powder, and we got 3 inches of rain, so they have a chance to have a stand. We drilled some alfalfa for some neighbors, and it's starting to emerge now. So we're getting the new seeding in and getting ready for first cutting. Knocked a couple of fields down, trying to beat the rain that's forecasted for the tail end of this week. But we're just getting started into the season and getting a go on it.
At least you are getting a chance at some first cutting alfalfa. It looks like the hay demand right there, though, still holding on strong here before we get into the heart of haying season.
Yeah, I think most producers are about out of inventory or have been for a while. So we're going to have a short first cutting. We've got frost damage, we've got some drought damage. So there's not going to be an excess of tons on first cutting, but hopefully we'll get a better second and third.
For those that are looking for hay, I know you're a member of it, the NAMA, or Nebraska Alfalfa Marketing Association. Is that a good way for folks to learn about hay as well, what's for sale or to market their hay?
Absolutely. We've worked with that organization since '97. We put our inventories on there, and if you're looking for tons of alfalfa or forage in general, you can look on the Nebraska Alfalfa Marketing Association website, and you can list your inventories, or if you're buying it, you can find the producer that has what you're looking for and call them directly. So it's a great tool for alfalfa production and consumption.
And again, that is Steve Rice here with SR Farms Alfalfa and Husker Hay Haulers in Wilsonville in Furnace County, Nebraska.
All right, thank you very much for that update, Clay, and for some of those additional details. A report from a producer now in southeast Nebraska on the first cutting of alfalfa. That producer reports the dry spring has resulted in about half to 2/3 of the yield of alfalfa as compared to last year. Some areas of the field even half as compared to the same time last year.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens. Brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Renewal by Andersen. Enjoy the view again. There is nothing like that morning cup of coffee when you have Renewal by Andersen windows. Their exclusive Fibrex material is twice as strong as vinyl. The difference is huge. No more drafts, no more absurd heating or cooling bills, a quiet home, the outside noise is gone. Renewal by Andersen's incredible financing offer is here right now. No money down, no interest, no payments for a full year. Book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com. Enjoy the view again with Renewal by Andersen windows.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, U.S. Senator Deb Fischer has introduced legislation requiring the U.S. Government Accountability Office to issue a report on the extent and effect of the current pilot shortage on regional air carriers. Fischer says the ongoing shortage is causing flight cancellations and service reductions across our country, and essential air service airports here in Nebraska are being hit the hardest. Western Nebraska Regional Airport Director Raul Aguayo told KNB News he supports any legislation that would help alleviate the pilot shortage.
I am in support of anything that is safe and makes sense, that allows us to get more pilots in the air. Because this shortage, although it affects the large carriers nationwide, it affects us small regional hubs significantly harder, because there's only one carrier in the country big enough to take care of us right now, and that's SkyWest.
Fischer said the proposed legislation is a common sense approach that would help identify more solutions to those challenges so the flying public doesn't continue to lose access to such an essential mode of transportation. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.